Good morning and welcome to Field 1 here at Palmasola on the final day of the regular season in the FGCL. Glad that you're with us in Bradenton, Florida. Gray Robertson here up in the booth. Producer Gracie is official scoring, and we're ready for Game 3 between the Slice and the Phinz as the Slice look to sweep this series. It was a resounding 6-0 win in Game 2, a combo shutout from Emma Myatt and Caitlin Nesbitt. And now the Phinz will look to salvage one. They're sitting at 5-12 on the summer. They've got a lot at stake postseason wise. A win, and they're either the 8 or the 9 seed. The Slice, 11-6. A win locks them in as the 4 seed and would give them that first round oh so critical bye. Glad that you're here. And let's get right to it as the Phinz step in with this starting lineup for their head coach, Mickey Dean. Alexis Morgan, the right fielder, leads off with Paige Vukadinovic, the center fielder, batting second. Jesse Taylor's at third, hitting third. Mariah Sanchez, the cleanup hitter, is playing second base. Lily Palante is at short, batting fifth. Michaela Franzen, the DP, is in the sixth spot. Tanis Jackin is out in left and hitting seventh. Batting eighth is Abby Sars, the catcher. And in the 9 hole is Sam Albert, the first baseman. They will face in the circle for the second day in a row the incoming freshman going to Liberty, Caitlin Nesbitt. Nesbitt with a 4.82 ERA and a 2-1 record. 24 and 2/3 innings, 25 hits, 26 runs, 17 earned, 16 walks, and 13 strikeouts. And as mentioned, we saw her in Game 2 yesterday where she went 3 innings, did not give up a hit, walked 2, and struck out 1, didn't give up a run either. So today we'll decide the bracket. Today we'll decide a lot going into the postseason, and it's also the final chance for some players to make a statement before awards. First pitch outside to Alexis Morgan, and here we go. Off and running on field 1 as the new ECU Pirate. Morgan faces Nesbitt. 2-0 on Alexis, who's 19 of 53 for a 358 average, 6 RBIs, 3 doubles, and 13 runs. Now up 3-0. Yesterday was 0 for 4 on the series, 1 for 6 with a double. Hard foul. Full count. Good long battle to start this game. That's off the glove of Nesbitt to Gingrich, and it'll ricochet out to right field. That'll be a single to start things off. And we take a look at the Slice defense. Out in left field, actually it's the usual outfield alignment. Gardner, Shaw, and Bross left to right. Ella Dodge is over at third, Molitor at short, Gingrich at second, Lamar at first, and Brinkman is catching today. As the all-star from Georgia Tech, Paige Vukadinovic, steps in. Vukadinovic named to the all-star team, which will be tomorrow at 10:30, the FGCL All-Star Game, Sun versus Surf. Vukadinovic hitting 400, 20 of 50, 14 RBIs, 5 doubles, 16 runs. That's all the way back. Wild pitch puts Morgan in scoring position. Yesterday, Vukadinovic was 1 for 2. Part of a 2 for 5 series against the Slice. That's right over Mickey Dean, 1 and 2. It always astounds me how coaches just like don't care about foul balls hit at them. They just don't react. Wouldn't be me. I would be running still. Foul ball. As always, we, especially today, on the last day of the regular season, and my second to last day, we want to hear from you on the Twitter. So hit me up at Gray_Robertson, GRAY_Robertson. I will be leaving tomorrow after the All-Star game. Got some personal business to attend to this weekend. So this will be my last day to talk to many of you and to talk about half the league. So we want to hear from you at Gray_Robertson. Vukadinovic through the middle. Morgan is going to round third. Shaw's throw home is a good one, but a little late. Vukadinovic heads to second. The Phinz are on top and lead for the first time here in this series, 1-0 in the first. Back-to-back singles from the top of the order. Now you got Jesse Taylor, the Mercer Bear, who has the team lead in RBIs. To short, handled by Molitor. Yeah, good job by Lamar because she was off the bag, but stuck that foot back and got the out. Runner did take third, so Mariah Sanchez, another Mercer Bear, steps in with a chance to make it 2-0. Ball one. Sanchez is hitting .390, 16 of 41, 11 RBIs, a triple, 4 doubles, and 13 runs scored, .519 on base percentage. Yesterday was 0 for 2. Bunts it beautifully, Dodge with the flip, and safe at home. And no one's covering second. The squeeze is well executed. It's 2-0 Phinz. So hip hip hooray indeed for the Phinz. Sacrifice fielder's choice. And there is ball one to Lily Palante, the incoming freshman, going to Virginia Tech. Palante, 9 of 42, 214 average, 9 RBIs, a homer, a triple, and 3 runs scored. One, two. Blooped on the right side. That's a foul ball. Palante with a weird one up the middle. Gingrich's throw is not in time. That got away. Sanchez will score. 3-0 Phinz. And time called as the slice will meet in the infield. So let's see if the Phinz can keep it up. 3-0 in the first, still just one out. Palante gets the hit, and then an E4 allows the run to come in and score. And now Franzen out of Walter State takes it for a strike. Franzen 7 of 30, 233 average, 4 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 5 runs. OBP at 410. 0 for 1 yesterday. Now, no deficit is too big for the slice, or frankly for a field 1 comeback. But this is quite the early momentum grabber by the Siesta Key Phinz. Franzen is going to hit it foul. And there's a called strike 3. So Nesbitt's first strikeout, second out of the inning. And now you got Tanis Jackin out of Boston College. 0 for 2 with a walk yesterday. Palante was taking off. That's a stolen base. And now a runner in scoring position for Jackin, who's 6 of 19, 316 average, 2 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. Another one in the dirt. 2-0. Another foul ball. 2-2. Foul ball. And there's a swing and a miss. So 3 runs do come in, only 2 of them earned, and we go to the bottom of the first. Slice coming to the plate for the first time. Here is the starting lineup for the Bradenton Slice, sitting at 11-6 on the season, trying to get that top 4 seed in the playoffs. Kylie Shaw, the center fielder, leads off with Layla Lamar at first, batting second. Lily Holt-J, the ad today, is in the 3 spot. Ella Dodge, third base, is cleaning up with Emma Brinkman, the catcher, batting 5th. Grace Molitor's at short, hitting 6th. Precious Bross is in right, batting 7th. Caitlin Nesbitt, the pitcher's in the 8th spot. So that's high to Shaw for ball 1. Batting 9th is Brittany Gingrich, the second baseman. And in the 10 hole is Riley Gardner. And they're facing a returning face. She's back after being here for the first week and a half, then having to leave for a little bit. Riley Little, the lefty, freshman last year from Palm Beach Atlantic, getting the ball for the Phinz in a significant moment. Give you her numbers after this pitch. On the summer, a 2.52 ERA, no results, 8 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts for Little. And it's low to Shaw, the Auburn Tiger, 3-1. Shaw now hitting .444, 24 of 54 with 8 RBIs, a homer, 4 doubles, and 24 runs scored. Had a rare 0 for 3 day yesterday, but she draws the leadoff walk here in the first. Defense for the Phinz: Jackin in left, Vukadinovich in center, Morgan in right, Taylor at third, Palante at short, Sanchez at second, Albert at first, Sars behind the plate. Here is Layla Lamar. Strike 1 to the Portaler, previously of Florida, who this summer is bringing the heat. 27 of 50, that's a .540 average. 27 RBIs, leads the FGCL. 8 home runs, tied for the lead. 3 doubles and 22 runs scored. Yesterday, Lamar was 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. She reached 4 times. That's a hard foul, 1-2. That's blooped out towards center. Catch made by Vukadinovich for out number 1. Now here comes Lily Holt-J. Holt-J yesterday had a 2-run homer in the first inning. Part of a 1 for 3 outing. Going to FAU. Holt 12 of 34. 353 average, 17 RBIs, 3 homers, 3 doubles, and 5 runs. Shaw takes off. The throw hops in, and Kylie Shaw will now gun for third base and slide in safely. So that'd be a stolen base and an E2 to put Shaw on third. Good pitch, 1-2. Ooh. Almost got Holt right there. Holt started at Arizona State, entered the portal, picked FAU fairly quickly. She arrived at about a week and a half in. Now the 3-2 from Little. Holt J out to left field. This will definitely score Shaw. Sac fly will get the slice on the board here in the first. Now the bases are clear. 2 outs for Ella Dodge. Ball 1 to the Tennessee Lady Vol, who's hitting .367, 18 of 49, with 7 RBIs, a homer, 5 doubles, and 17 runs scored. Three and 0. And there's a 4-pitch walk, so Dodge takes her base, which I feel like she's been doing all week. That's her 11th walk this summer. And I'll go back and look to see how many she's had this week in this series alone. It's her 3rd walk in this series. Strike 1 to Emma Brinkman, who's in the portal. Brinkman looking to get the bat going again, which is an odd thing to say when I read her season stats. 17 of 41, 415 batting average, with 15 RBIs, a homer, 6 doubles, and 7 runs. One as Dodge takes second. That's in the dirt, and that'll be a wild pitch. And I don't know what happened with the ball. RBI chance for Brinkman. A dodge at third. Now the payoff. That's ball 4. Third walk of the inning. And they're on the corner. She didn't go, but they did check. So a chance for Grace Molitor, who's looking for a little bit of redemption. Was 0 for 3 yesterday, struck out twice. Arizona State Sun Devil, who had a great game 1. Man, she was just incredible on Sunday. Was 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs. So 3 for 6 in the series. Batting .341 this summer. Shaw, who's running for Brinkman, will step over to second base. Molitor 14 of 41 with 9 RBIs. 2 homers, 5 doubles, 11 runs scored. Base hit probably ties this game. But instead, it's a foul ball. And they're going to talk about it. So that means 0-2 on Molitor. And there is strike 3. And the Slice dugout can't believe it. We go to the second. 3-1 Phinz here in Game 3 of this series. All right, the Phinz have momentum after one, and the bottom of the order due up. Sars, Albert, and then the leadoff hitter Morgan, 8-9-1. And Abby Sars lines that out to right field all the way to the corner. She thought about it, and Sars will stick with a double. Third double this summer for Abby Sars. And a leadoff runner in scoring position for the Phinz and for Sam Albert. Out of St. John's River State College, Albert 3 for 13 this summer, .231 average with 1 RBI and a run scored. Albert out to right. Bross dove and it got by. Sars will come in to score. That's an RBI double for Albert. 4-1 Phinz. Just like that, a response here in the second. And time called by the Slice as they congregate in the circle. So as they stop and chat, we'll give you an update from the other field. There is another game going on field 2 with major postseason implications as well. Bottom of the third, the Skeeters lead the Queens 1-0. The Queens can be anywhere from the 1 seed to the 3 seed, depending on that result and others. The Skeeters can be anywhere from the 9 seed to the 11 seed, depending on this game, as well as if they win or lose. Still plenty at stake. Alexis Morgan singled and scored in the first. Here she is with a runner on second and nobody out. You could almost see the bunt coming, but she couldn't connect. 0-1. That's slapped to short. Molitor's got it. Good throw. Albert moves to third. Now you got to worry about Vukadinovic, who had the RBI single in the first. Strike one. Paige Vukadinovic, the lone all-star out of Munster, Indiana junior last year for Georgia Tech. Reach for that one, 0-2. That's a really good scoop by Brinkman, because that was way away, 1-2. And a swing and a miss. 2 outs, third strikeout for Nesbitt, and a big one to keep Albert over at third. First pitch, Jesse Taylor, right field, foul ground off the glove of Bross. Tried to find it on the run, but couldn't. 0-1. Taylor grounded out in the first inning. Started her career at Wallace State with producer Gracie. an okay pickleball partner, better pickleball opponent, because I like winning. Sorry, Jesse. That's a great pitch, 1-2. If Nesbitt, and we talk about this all the time, if she can get comfortable enough in a game to throw inside to righties, that's when you know she's really in a zone. That's up the middle. Stopped at second by Gingrich, but no play. RBI single for Taylor. She adds to her team lead, now 17 this summer. It's 5-1. Now Sanchez, who reached on the squeeze attempt, and she gets hit. Now you got Palante, who's got an RBI single already. That's out to right, foul. As I've mentioned a few times this summer, Palante, an interesting individual, incoming freshman going to Virginia Tech from Charlottesville, Virginia. That's where UVA is, if some of y'all don't know the layout of the Commonwealth of Virginia. Gracie shaking her head. She's ready for me to go. Palante sends this one to center, and that is gone. The Phinz have made a statement through two. 8-1 after the 3-run homer. So it appears, I haven't gone back to look, but Brittany Purser was asking about a runner missing home and then being aided back to touch the plate. And as Amari Braden, who's hitting, takes strike one. Appendix G, obviously, means that's not a reviewable play. And if the ump, which he did not call, that she missed the plate in real time, and she did indeed eventually touch the plate, as happened in Tennessee UCLA, then that's that. I joke because one of the players on the field in that game is over at third base, Ella Dodge from Tennessee. Tennessee UCLA was such a disaster from a review and rules and 24-minute pause situation. Braden out to left field. Gardner will track it down and end the inning, but a monster inning it was. 5 runs in for the Phinz. The Slice will have to do one of their vaunted 7-run comebacks when we come back. Well, the Slice need a win to get a top 4 seed, but they're up against it already in the bottom of the 2nd inning. 7, 8, 9, Bross, Nesbitt, Gingrich. And Bross pops up the 2nd pitch. 1 down. Slice has come back from down 7 before. Now Caitlin Nesbitt, incoming freshman, going to Liberty. Will get hit in the back. So there's a base runner for the Slice. And up comes Gingrich. Leaves McRae College. 3 of 34 this summer with an RBI and 10 runs. There's a strike again. 1 and 2 on Gingrich. I've already gotten a couple texts from people saying, hold on, is that really the score? Yeah, the Phinz have jumped out. Gingrich pops it up out towards center. Now right field, and making the catch is Whitted for the 2nd out. Riley Gardner takes strike 1. And quickly 0-2 on Gardner, who's in the portal from Minnesota. Batting .273, 12 of 44, 4 RBIs, a double, and 7 runs. out away. Another foul ball off the end of the bat. Still 0-2 on Gardner. Change misses for the first ball. Slapped over to first base, and Taylor will step on the bag to end the inning. The bottom of the order cannot come through for the slice, and we go to the third with the Phinz in control, up by 7 runs here in Game 3. Alrighty. She's back in the circle for the slice with her team down 8-1. Here comes Tennessee's Ella Dodge. This year with a 9.80 ERA, 1 appearance, 5 innings pitched, 9 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Good changeup for Dodge as Holt J moves over to third. Tanis Jackin leading off. It's the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9. Jackin, Sars, and Albert. Nesbitt goes 2 innings, 7 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. A lot of 2-out production for the Phinz, and that Lily Palante 3-run homer was the icing on the cake in the second inning. Slice need a win to get a top 4 seed locked. They can still get there even with a loss if the Impact were to lose. A win for the Phinz, and they will be either the 8 or the 9 seed, depending on what happens around them. It would be the 9 seed if the Sea Cows win later today against the Mocs. They'd be the 8 seed if the Sea Cows lost. Jackin in the air towards center field. Shaw's got it. 1 down. Now Abby Sars, the incoming freshman, going to Virginia Tech, who doubled earlier. Is really brought up that batting average. Now 7 of 29 with that double this summer. It's up to 241. Look at Ella Dodge pounding the zone 0-2. She went and fouled. Was there a foul? Called strike 3. No doubt about that one. Dodge gets the backwards K, her first in relief. 2 down for Sam Albert. Faith Whitted will come in and hit in the 9 spot. Whitted won a 30 this summer with 3 RBIs. That one was a double. And she got hit. It's getting a little chippy out here. Producer Gracie is having none of it right now. She just raised her glasses and gave me side eye. Swing and a miss from Alexis Morgan, who's 1 for 2 with a run. I don't know, man. I know it's 8-1 Phinz, but I've still got that feeling. Now 0-2. Producer Gracie knows the feeling and knows that I am an expert vibrator. And just does not feel like this game is even remotely close to over. Strikeout for Dodge, and that'll end the inning. Pair of Ks for Ella. And we go to the home half of the third, 8-1. Bottom three, top of the order for the slice. They're down 8-1. Got to start chipping away now. Swing and a miss from Shaw, who walked and scored earlier. Took a bit of a walk after that one. Now 0-2. Shaw, an early enrollee this past year at Florida, went in the portal, picked Auburn. Trying to spark her team here in the third with Lamar on deck. Slapped right to short, catch made. And now it's Lamar who flew out to center in the first. Fouled out. Three and one. And there's ball four. So Lamar draws her 9th walk this summer. Still, only walks and hit by pitches have helped the slice today. Holtje had a sac fly in the first. That's a fair ball down the third base line. Lamar's going to have to hurry. She'll slide in safely at third. Oh, man, it looked like she might have been dead to rights. But instead, 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Single for Holtje. And she took second on the throw to bring up Ella Dodge, who, in a rare moment, can help herself out. She walked earlier. That was the first hit of a day for the slice, that Holtje single. Two and oh. 2-2. In the air to left. Let's see if Lamar tries it. Nope. Right move. 2 gone. Now you got Brinkman, who walked earlier. Brinkman looking for a new home. Portaling from Kennesaw. Grounded to third. Albert's got it. That'll end the inning. 2 left stranded in scoring position by the slice, and we go to the 4th. Phinz up 8-1. Ella Dodge back out in the circle. Vukadinovich, Taylor, and Sanchez here in the 4th for the Phinz. Page is 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a strikeout. Vukadinovich skies this to left. Gardner's got it. And there's the first out. Now you got Jesse Taylor. Taylor is 1 for 2 with an RBI single as well. Ground out her other time up. She'll take a strike from Dodge. Dodge works very quickly, so hitters got to be ready. Popped up. This will be in play. Now Mariah Sanchez, who does not have an official at-bat, but does have an RBI and a couple runs scored. So 0 for 0 with 2 runs and an RBI. Normal stat line. Called strike, 0-1. Sent to left. It's Gardner again. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Ella Dodge. Well, she's doing her job in relief. We'll see if the offense can turn it on. Down 8-1 and go into the bottom of the fourth. Well, it's been kind of a tense game. For 8-1, this has had a couple more twists and turns than you'd expect. Slice, though, always dangerous. Middle of the order. Due up, Molitor, Bross, and Nesbitt. Against Riley Little, who's gone 3 innings. 1 hit, 1 run, it was earned. 4 walks, 1 strikeout. That one was Molitor, who bunts it. Little will have to turn, and there's the out at first. I like the idea from Molitor. Just maybe a little bit too out towards the circle. That's a little more down the first base line. I think she's able to reach. One out for the new South Carolina Gamecock, Precious Bross, who had a home run yesterday, and she lines out to short here. Just like that, 2 gone. Kayla Nesbitt was hitting the back in the second inning. This time she rifles it towards center, and that's off the fence. And Nesbitt is trying to make it a double, and she'll get there by the skin of her teeth because she hesitated around first. Big time. But a chance with a runner in scoring position for Caitlin Nesbitt. So Nesbitt on second. Here's Brittany Gingrich. She popped out earlier. Change up makes it 0-2. Shaw will come in and run for Nesbitt. Gingrich flies it to center. Vukadinovich will step in. And that quickly ends the inning. 1 hit, 1 left on. We've played 4, 8-1 Phinz. As we go to the fifth inning, Phinz looking to get one more run to put this in run rule territory. I'm also reminded via Twitter that today is Amazon Prime Day. So if you want those Prime Day deals, check that out. That's what I'm going to do later. Gracie's, again, she's so ready for me to leave. It's Palante, Braden, and Jackin set to hit here in the fifth. Lily Palante has driven in 4, 2 for 2 day. 3-run homer in the second, kind of got this one sideways. She's going to send that over our heads. And not over the weirdly locked white fence, 1 and 2. Caught at third by Holt J. So there's out number 1. As Mickey Dean watches on from the third base coaching box, Lily Holt J moves back into her position at third. And you got Amari Braden, Pittsburgh Panther, who flew out to left earlier. Braden entered today hitting .280, 14 of 50 with 8 RBIs, 3 homers, a triple, and 2 doubles.
Her and Nesbitt are tied for the sweetest in the league.
That's hit foul. This might go over the lock fence. No. It's gettable too. 1 and 1. What a stroke of luck. Two. Scoreboard update on the other field, top 6 over there. It's 5-2 Queens over the Skeeters now. So Queens finally got to Skeeter pitching. Braden lifts that towards the bullpen. Called strike 3. Dodge Frozer. Second strikeout looking. And Braden goes down. In comes Tanis Jackin, who flew out to center, except it's not Jackin, it's Maddie Ford. Campbell, who will take ball 1. Ford is batting .306, 11 of 36 with 12 RBIs, a homer, 4 doubles, and 8 runs. Chopper to third, handled by Holt J. 1-2-3 inning again for Ella Dodge. She has been superb in relief, but now the offense has to find something. 8-1 Phinz going to the bottom of the 5th. 10-1-2 for the slice, starting with Riley Gardner, who fouls the first pitch. It's Gardner, Shaw, and Lamar here in the fifth against Riley Little, back in the league, and she has made the most of her time. Gardner grounded out earlier. Down 0-2. Oh my gosh. Over on field 2, top of the sixth, it is now 5-5 Queens and Skeeters. Out of nowhere, the Skeeters have tied that game up. This is slapped to Sanchez at second base. Well handled for the first out. It was a good ball by Gardner, but good positioning by the Phinz infield. And back to the top of the order with Kylie Shaw, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. Shaw out to center field. Vukadinovic will track, but it's gone. Kylie Shaw's second home run here this summer. And the Slice get one back. Boy, that was a clear plan of attack, wasn't it? You could just see her waiting perfectly on time. Second home run of the summer. And the second in this series as Lamar sends this opposite way. Lamar off the fence. Oh, she almost had home run number 9. Instead, it's a stand-up double, and here come the Slice. Well, producer Gracie and I were talking. We looked at each other, and I said, if the Slice is going to mount the comeback, it's got to start with something in this inning. Here's the something. Lily Holtjay has had a good day. Got a little under this one. Out to center field. Vukadinovic is there. 2 gone. Now Ella Dodge. A walk and a fly out today. Two and out. Dodge out to center field. This is going to be another one for Vukadinovic, and the inning ends. 1 run does come in for the Slice. They get a little bit closer, but we've played 5, and it's 8-2 Phinz. Strike one to Abby Sars. 8-9-1 for the Phinz. They're up 6. But against the slice, I'm just telling you, you cannot get comfortable. 0-2. Sars 1 for 2 with a double, a run, and a strikeout looking against Ella Dodge in the third. Ella Dodge, by the way, kind of shoving right now. And there's another strikeout. 4th for Dodge. Boy, something's in the water today because I'll let it reset, but something just happened over on field 2. Tell you in a moment. Faith Whitted fouls it back. Whitted was hit by a pitch. Yeah, the Skeeters have just taken a 6-5 lead in the 6th on the Queens. This is why the bracket was not set, because options abound. Oh, 2. Skeeters with a win would be either the 9 or the 10 seed, depending on what happens here and in the Sea Cows game. It's grounded over to third. Holche's got it. Throw was a little low. Nice scoop from Lamar. With a win, the Phinz, as I've talked about, would be the 9 seed if the Sea Cows also won later, the 8 seed if the Sea Cows lose. And what happens in the Skeeters game has no bearing on a Phinz win. That's popped up. It's going to be another 1-2-3 inning as Alexis Morgan fouls out, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. Ella Dodge take a bow. That is really good work in relief, but the Phinz still in control of this game, up 6. A 2 Phinz, bottom 6. Slice will have 5, 6, 7, Brinkman, Molitor, and Bross against Riley Little, who's gone 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Walks have been a little bit of an issue. Only 1 strikeout. But she's been effective and very spinny, not a ton of hard hits. Facing Brinkman, who's 0 for 1 with a walk today. Maybe a hair low, 2-0. And you also got to think if you're the Phinz, you've got the added bonus of Amari Braden, who can throw and who the Slice have really not hit in 2 games. She's been the relief arm that's held him down. Brinkman bloops it towards right, and Morgan will make the grab. 1 down. And you got Molitor, who's 0 for 2 with a K and a ground out. Molitor high in the sky to left. Braden will track it down, but it's gone. Boy, Braden made a great effort, almost climbed the wall, but it's a solo homer by Molitor. Her 3rd bomb of the summer, 8-3.
Look at Brandon. Oh, you missed it. She clowned me.
Another home run in this ballgame for the Slice, but if you're the Phinz, you're like, all right, it's a solo shot. Now you got Precious Bros, who's 0 for 2 with a pop out and a line out. Strike 1. Ford is behind the dish now for the Phinz. Change misses, 1-1. Three and 1. Now time called as Ford chats with Little. As I do the math, the Slice are looking to get probably a couple more here in this inning, because if they don't, then in the bottom of the 7th, it would be the bottom of the order that would probably have to do the driving in as opposed to the table setting. Riley Little pitching well, trying to hold the line. Full count. Do you go back to the changeup here? It was a ball, but it was a good pitch. And Bros was fooled. She went back to it, but it missed. I think that was the right pitch call. Just couldn't locate, and there's the 1-out walk. Umpire quickly adjusting his gear. Caitlin Nesbitt is 1 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a double. Skied to center. Vukadinovich will rush in. Here's out number 2. Now Gingrich, who's popped out and flown out. Strike 1. Gingrich through the 5-6 hole. And that throw got away. Bross will hold at third, second and third for the slice with 2 outs. So an E4. Put both runners up ahead, and now here's Gardner, who's 0 for 2. Throw down to third, almost Scott Bross. Oh boy. That was close. All right, we're going to have a review of that play. We'll take a gander.
Soon. We don't have an angle.
So it's a 2-0 count on Gardner. After review, Bross, I beg your pardon, got that right hand back on the bag before the tag. There's a strike, 2-1. Riley Gardner looking to drive in a pair. That got all the way back. Bross is going to get caught in a rundown. And she is tagged out. Wait. Now we're going to have a review.
Is that a ball? Yeah.
So Bross is out. No obstruction. And we go to the 7th, a giant missed chance for the slice. Ella Dodge will come back out and try and hold the Phinz. Slice down by 5. We'll step aside for just a moment before the top of the 7th. to the 7th. And Vukadinovic has a base hit up the middle. It's Vukadinovic, Jesse Taylor, and Mariah Sanchez here in the 7th inning. And Paige has her second hit, now a 2-for-4 outing. Up comes Taylor, who's 1-for-3 with an RBI and a run scored against Ella Dodge. I just want to read Ella's line in relief so far. That was the first hit she's allowed. 4 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Taylor towards center. Shaw's got it. Now, in case you're sitting there looking at this score going, oh, 8-3. Again, the Slice has pulled some rabbits out of the hat here this summer already, and they'll have 10-1-2 due up in the 7th. Vukadinovic goes. The throw is going to hoser at second. Emma Brinkman throws out Vukadinovic. 2 gone in the 7th. And an 0-1 count on Sanchez. Oh, look at that heron. Flew like right over the field. You might see it. I got past Brinkman. Think they got a little crossed up. I'm going to give you a score update, and then I'm going to read a text I just got from Tom. 2-2. Top of the 7th, it's 7-6 Skeeters over the Queens, and Tom just texted me, this game is giving, I swear. Man. Oh, that's a called strike 3. Is it not? That's strike 3. That is strike 3.
The
First pitch, not a strike?
Yeah.
All right, 3-2 apparently. Oh, there's strike 3. All right. Everything makes sense. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. This is a weird one. 8-3 Phinz. It is 10-1-2 for the Slice. They trail by 5 here in the bottom of the 7th. Riley Little working on a complete game victory in impressive fashion in the regular season finale. Riley Gardner swings and misses at the first pitch. Gardner had a 3-1 count when she was up in the 6th when Bross was caught trying to take home on a ball that got away from SARS. Riley's grounded out twice, 0 for 2. Pulls back the bunt. 1-1. Albert's in over at third. Palante at short. Sanchez at second. Taylor at first. Sarr still behind the dish. You got Braden, Vukadinovich, and Morgan in the outfield. So arguably the best defensive alignment for the Phinz. Gardner sends this to center. Vukadinovich is there. 1 down. Kylie Shaw is 1 for 2 with a walk, a line out, and a solo homer. Oh, 2. The stakes, again, a Phinz win would mean they're either the 9 seed if the Sea Cows win or the 8 seed if the Sea Cows lose. A Slice loss would mean they're the 5 seed if the Impact wins later today. They're the 4 seed if the Impact finds a way to lose against the Circus. Shaw fouls it off. And that's back up the middle. Shaw's aboard. Second hit today. Second time she's waited for the off speed. And up comes Layla Lamar. Favorite right now going into today for Offensive Player of the Year. 1 for 2 with a double, a walk, and a flyout. Can't get it all with one swing. Just trying to help pass the baton. Strike 1. And Lamar calls time on her own to go have a word with Brittany Purser in the third base coaching box. You know she's got good softball IQ. Daughter of Duque coach Marissa Young, who's a great pitcher at Michigan. The 1-2. Lamar lines it out to right center. Shaw is going to go first to third. What a throw from Morgan. Shaw will slide in safely, but 2 in scoring position on the single by Layla Lamar. Second hit today. Now you've got Holt J. 1 for 2. Sack fly, single fly out. And now out comes Mickey Dean to chat with Little. Tying run is still not even close to on deck, but this is why this Slice offense is so tough. Both teams have 8 hits in this ball game. Holt J. Laces it to left and down. Shaw will score. RBI single for Holt J. The tying run is on deck for the slice. And it's Ella Dodge, who's pitched beautifully today in emergency relief. Shaw will come in and run for Holt J, the catcher. Dodge hits this out of play. 1-1. Shaw is going to go. Oh my, somebody is driving by with quite the bass. Good Lord. 2-1 to Dodge. Ella Dodge out to center field. Goodbye. 3-run homer. It's 8-7 Phinz. What a time for the second bomb of the summer for Ella Dodge. Pitching change coming for the Phinz. Bases clear, 1 out. We'll step aside for a moment and tell you about Ella Torres. Well, the drama builds. 8-7 Phinz. The slice, never out of it. Have put up 4 here in the bottom of the 7th, and now the Siesta Key Phinz will turn to Ella Torres out of Florida Southern. 12.04 ERA this summer. 1-5 record. 25 innings, 50 hits, 47 runs, 43 earned, 29 walks, and 14 strikeouts. Little goes 6 1/3, 10 hits, 7 runs all earned, 5 walks, and a K. Brinkman is the tying run here in the 7th. Ball 1. Brinkman is 0 for 2 with a walk. Strike 1. Change in there for strike 2. On the ground to third, handled by Albert. 2 gone. And here's Molitor, 1 for 3. That won a solo homer in the last inning. When she's seeing it, she sees it really well. Lined, and that'll get by Sanchez. She tried to make the catch, but was caught in between, tying run on base. And Precious Bros, who's 0 for 2 with a walk, is the winning run in a game that the Phinz led 7-0 after, I beg your pardon, 8-1 after 2 innings. Strike 1. Bros, who started her career at Georgia, went in the portal, back home to South Carolina. Had a home run off of Torres yesterday. She pops it up. Palante will make the catch, and the Phinz escape. The Siesta Key Phinz close out the regular season with an 8-7 Game 3 win over the Slice and finish 6-12. 8 runs through 2 innings did the job, and the pitching held on to win Game 3 and wrap it up. What a dramatic way to kick off our triple-header here at Field 1. The Slice fall to 11-7. They still have a chance to get a bye, but now they are huge fans of the Sarasota Circus. Because if the Impact win, they'll be the 4, and the Slice will be the 5. That'll do it for us. We've got Mocs and Sea Cows coming up in about 30 minutes. Until then, for producer Gracie, I'm Gray. What a ball game. Phinz take it 8-7. We'll see you in a little bit here on Field 1.